So we're going to talk about the concept of commingling here, which just about every small business owner does, even if they know about it, because there's virtually no way around it, to be honest with you. Because I'll take you through the series of events. When somebody decides to open a business, they start spending money. And they probably don't have a business bank account. And even if they do, they've probably spent money getting it set up. So where does the money come from? The money has to come from the entrepreneur, the business owner. And it's coming out of their personal funds, whether it be a credit card, your personal bank account. And that's how they start out. That's how I started out. You know, there's logically no other way to do it. Even if it's only, let's say, $100 that you laid out to set up your corporation. Let's say you did it yourself. Now that money's coming from you. If you open up a bank account and you put $100 in there, that's coming from you. So right away you have cross-pollination between the business and you, the owner. That's a problem going forward. But unfortunately, what happens is a lot of people go on for years using their personal accounts to do business. And that's one of the reasons why the IRS likes auditing sole proprietors, because they know this. What they're going to do is they're going to ask you for all of your bank statements, all of your credit card statements. I mean, they usually do. They don't always. But if they do, they're going to see everything that you do your whole life. And that's the last thing that you want. Not only that, they're going to be looking at transactions that have nothing to do with the audit. And if you're hiring somebody like me, you know, by the hour or whatever, you don't want the audit going on too long or longer than it should. So the solution is, you know, once you set up your business, and if you're working with me, you're going to be an S Corp, you set up your business bank account and you try to do all of your business transactions through that one business account. And same thing with credit cards. We get clients that come on board and they have 3 bank accounts and 15 credit cards, literally. Now, you got to try to get that down for the simple reason that just the sheer volume of transactions. Now, if you're using all of those for business, you're probably doing a lot of business, but chances are, if you're listening to this and you're a sole proprietor, a solopreneur, you could do with one account, maybe a savings account if you want, and that's it. You still have your PayPal accounts, your Zelle, all these other platforms are just like having bank accounts for the business. Now, again, unless you set up a separate business account for Amazon and you buy a lot of stuff like I do on Amazon, there's going to be personal stuff mixed in with that. And that's going through my business account. So what we have to do with that is separate the personal items from the business transactions. See, it's not illegal to use a business account for personal funds. You can't take it as a tax deduction, though. So what we want to do is we want to limit the amount of personal transactions that are going through the business account. Now, what this does is this is part of our stealth tax strategy, because what it does is it condenses, it compartmentalizes the business transactions, okay? And it's different. It's better if you have personal coming out of the business, which you classify as personal. And the way you do that is you just charge your shareholder distribution account. It's better to do that than to use personal funds for business, because you just don't want your personal crossing over into the business. The business can always cross over into the personal, because that's what it's there for. It's there for the business is there to pay you. Whether you take it as a distribution, as a salary, as a dividend, it's up to you. And that's the story about commingling. Hope to see you soon. If you have any questions, timewithjoe.com.